Hello. Our gospel today comes from the Gospel of St. Mark. Jesus and his disciples came to the other side of the sea, to the territory of the Gerasenes. When he got out of the boat, at once a man from the tombs who had an unclean spirit met him. The man had been dwelling among the tombs, and no one could constrain him any longer, even with a chain. In fact, he had frequently been bound with shackles and chains, but the chains had been pulled apart by him and the shackles smashed, and no one was strong enough to subdue him. Night and day among the tombs and on the hillsides, he was always crying out and bruising himself with stones. Catching sight of Jesus from a distance, he ran up and prostrated himself before him, crying out in a loud voice, "What have you to do with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? I adjure you by God, do not torment me." He had been saying to him, "Unclean spirit, come out of the man." He asked him, "What is your name?" He replied, "Legion is my name. There are many of us." And he pleaded earnestly with him not to drive them away from that territory. Now a large herd of swine was feeding there on the hillside, and they pleaded with him, "Send us into the swine, let us enter them." And he let them. And the unclean spirits came out and entered the swine. The herd of about 2,000 rushed down a steep bank into the sea, where they were drowned. The swineherds ran away and reported the incident in the town and throughout the countryside. And people came out to see what had happened. As they approached Jesus, they caught sight of the man who had been possessed by legion, sitting there clothed and in his right mind. And they were seized with fear. Those who witnessed the incident explained to them what had happened to the possessed man and to the swine. Then they began to beg him to leave their district. As he was getting into the boat, the man who had been possessed pleaded to remain with him. But Jesus would not permit him, but told him instead, "Go home to your family, and announce to them all that the Lord in his pity has done for you." Then the men went off and began to proclaim in the Decapolis what Jesus had done for him, and all were amazed. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. On today's Gospel, we see that Jesus has now gone out to begin his ministry to the Gentiles, and at first he doesn't have much success. He has a single convert, but this convert will begin to spread the good news. Perhaps he would seem like someone rather unlikely to be the person whom Jesus would choose to share his message, yet he is the one that Jesus charges with this duty. And I think one of the things that this shares with us is that what truly helps us to share the good news of Jesus Christ isn't necessarily having all the right words, knowing exactly what to say. Our message is powerful when we're able to relay to others, when we're able to relate to others all the things that Jesus has done for you and I. And so today, let us take some time to reflect upon all those wonderful things that the Lord has done for us, and consider the ways in which Jesus might be inviting us to share our own personal story with those whom he places in our life. God bless.